Welcome to the CYBERSKY. Let's learn something. Welcome to the CYBERSKY Live. This is Tech Talk Tuesdays, but today we're coming to you on a Wednesday. So don't get confused. Gee, what day is it? Yeah, I know. Tech Talk Tuesdays on a Wednesday. That's because yesterday I went on a field trip all day with my students. Shout out to A&L United 305, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Yeah, we went over to Tompkins Park and we were playing sports all day with the kids, and got home rather late, and I was really, and I just couldn't do it, even though there's a lot of great news to share this week. So I postponed it for Wednesday. Hopefully you guys saw the thumbnail, you got the message. Anyway, thanks for coming to the channel. We basically have three things today. We've got news from CYBERSKY, all right? Tell you a little bit of stuff going on in tech of the channel and my personal life. And then we've got some tech news, and there's a news story that just broke just a couple of hours ago. I can't believe this is huge. And after the tech news, we're going to talk crypto. Okay, I'm going to call that segment Crypto Gems, Diamond Hands, Diamond Hands. So don't forget that every Tuesday, usually Tuesday, I bring you tech news updates, fascinating stories about innovations, issues, new releases, and I always end the show with some crypto gems, including the latest rumors and news. Remember, buy the rumor, sell the news. So, you know, if you like technology and crypto, hit the like button right now. Just click that. It's right over there. Click on that. And ring the bell, subscribe and ring the bell. So you can check out the CYBERSKY podcast, health talk, quick rants that I make about technology, philosophy, politics, tutorials on how to use Zoom, Google Meet, Google Classroom. Shout out to all my school teachers out there. It's about to be summer, woo, and all my students. We have Cube Talk for those of you who are into Rubik's and other twisty puzzles, and some reviews, predictions, and discussions of popular television shows such as WandaVision. All right. So if for those of you, I actually wanted to share with you a little bit of, you know, other things on the channel in case you've only seen the Tech Talk so far. So let me just pop this up on screen, you know, so you can kind of get an idea. We've got, of course, the Tech Talks. This is like number 6 or 7 that we've been doing the Tech Talk Tuesdays. So none of them are really old news. If you missed a few from a couple of weeks ago, go back and watch them. It's all good stuff, a lot of crypto advice and explanations and news going on that affect altcoins, Bitcoin, etc. You can see we got the WandaVision thumbs up there and some Rubik's Cube tutorials. So this one is the complete history of Rubik's Cube, starting from like 1974 all the way up to the present day. All right, little bit of music for those that don't know. My dad's a jazz musician. He plays piano. I play flute. So I threw up some videos of us playing just so you could get to know me a little better. And then you can check out the podcast. I've had some special guests. We've talked about a lot of different things. We selected the theme music that you heard in the animation for the show just a minute ago. And we actually listened to a bunch of tracks that could have been the theme music. And I got input from the audience in the live chat. Shout out to my people on Facebook. Shout out to people on YouTube. So yeah, people gave their feedback in the live chat and in the comments after the show and in person, as you can see right here. Shout out to my boy Damaj and I, who was in that episode, as well as LR Blitzkrieg and a few other people. And I've got some health talks and some tutorials, like I said before, on QuickTime, Google, Zoom, etc., etc. So enough of that. Let's pull that out. Okay, enough jibber jabber. Let's get into it. News from the cyber sky. All right. This week is the last week of the school year in New York. So I'm putting in grades, writing graduation speeches. It's a very teary end of year time, but it's also very inspiring. It makes you sit back and reflect on the work of your students and how the school year has been, especially this year, 2020/2021, the year of the pandemic, the remote hybrid year in New York City. I have been packing up my room for the end of the year, and then it's summer break. Oh, are you ready for the summer? I am. This means that I'm going to have more time to devote to music and videos like this one. So you'll be seeing a lot more of me. You'll see some technology unboxings, some reviews, some Marvel movies updates, Rubik's Cube solves and tutorials, and a whole lot more tech talks. Now, I've been flying solo for a while, but I have some special guests lined up all through the summer, and you really don't want to miss that. Now, you may have noticed I've been using the green screen virtual backgrounds lately. That's because my studio is under renovation right now. I'll be back soon with the new look. That's why you're seeing me with the virtual. But I think I like it, so I'm thinking maybe this will be the look for Tech Talks from now on, and I'll use the desk background for my other podcasts. But take a look at my previous shows that have the desk with the monitor. I'm going to tell you something about that monitor in today's news from the cyber sky. But let me know if you like the background that I had before, where you could see my workstation and all my Rubik's Cubes and my little toys and action figures. Or if you prefer, if you think it looks a little slicker with the virtual green screen. All right, drop a comment down below and let me know which one you like better. Now, here's something you might find interesting or maybe relate to. This is a personal story dealing with technology, warranties, and tech support. And I learned something from this, and I want to share it with you guys, my friends and audience members, so that hopefully, you know, when this happens, something like this happens to you, you can skip over the hours and hours of back and forth that I went through with the company and with shipping. All right. So I don't know if you guys remember my Acer 49-inch 4K monitor broke, and I had to send it to Acer. That's why the studio's under renovation. So I sent it in for repair. I've had it about 1.5 years, and it's still under warranty. I have a 2-year warranty. So the repair, of course, is free of charge. However, the company is located in Texas, so you have to send the monitor to them. I figured that might cost, you know, $50 to $100. So I was going to write it off as, you know, price of doing business. whatever. At least I'm getting it fixed for free. So I took my monitor to a local UPS store. I don't have the original box because I live in New York City in an apartment, and we don't have storage for giant TV boxes a year and a half later. So I need a box to send it in, right? Now, I grabbed the TV. I just, went out of, not TV, I'm sorry. I grabbed the monitor. It's the size of a TV, though. And I carried it to the UPS store. I like UPS because for a small fee, they will pack things for you. So you don't need a box, packing materials, tape, etc. You can just walk in and they do it all for you, right? But here's the problem. I had always done that with small packages, right? And this is a huge 49-inch monitor. The size required 2 boxes, which cost $17 each. And then the guy would tape them together, and somehow around the monitor. So that's $34 right there. Then I would need 6 layers, I was told, if I use bubble wrap, and you're not allowed to use packing peanuts, or else it's going to void the warranty. So I had to use 6 layers of bubble wrap. Well, that cost $50 at the UPS store. Then the guy would charge me $50 for doing the work. And so now we're up to $134. And you have to make sure that it's packed right and doesn't get damaged on the trip, because if it gets damaged during shipping, that's not covered by warranty. So they recommended for me to also add insurance, because if anything happens in shipping, then they get it. Then that's it. I got to pay for it, right? It's under warranty. Now, luckily, with regular UPS shipping, you already have insurance up to $500, so that was fine. I didn't have to add anything to that. That's how much the monitor cost me, about $479 on sale. So we got 34 plus 50 plus 50, $134. Kind of high, but hey, the repair will cost me nothing, right? Well, I forgot to add the price of the shipping. So the size and weight of the monitor, it made the shipping come out to, drum roll, $275. So right now, when you add that to the 134, we're at $414, and maybe there's tax, right? I don't know, because I took my monitor and I marched out of there. So even under warranty, it's going to cost me $414 and maybe plus tax to get it fixed. I was pissed, right? Something wasn't right. So a friend of mine was like, no, man, call them and tell them they have to pay for the shipping, right? So I did. And the rep who spoke to me at first said, no, we repair for free under warranty, but it's the customer's responsibility to bring or get the item, to them. And I asked, well, do you have anything in New York or New Jersey or upstate or, closer? I'll just drive over there. They said, no, only in Texas. That's the only place we can do the repair. Well, here's where there was a fork in the road, a decision that caused a split in the multiverse right then and there. And there are 2 alternate realities, 2 universes were created. In one, I said, okay, hung up the phone, and that was that. But somewhere there's another me in another universe who just accepted that. But let me tell you, those of you who know me know I'm not the type to not stand up for myself when something's not right. So I said, wait a minute. Are you saying I have to pay $400 to ship this to you? That's not right. I told them warranty it doesn't mean that you'll fix it. It means that you guarantee your product. That when I pay for this product and I have the 2-year warranty, it will not cost me anything should anything go wrong. Either it won't break within 2 years, or if it does, you'll take care of it, right? Well, if you're a business in Texas and you sell monitors all over the United States and your product breaks at no fault of mine, or and within the warranty time, you're supposed to remedy that. So you guys need to send me a label and pay for this shipping. You probably have a bulk shipping discount or something anyway, so it won't cost you as much. So did it work? Well, first the person was like, I don't know, I have to check with my supervisor. I was like, okay, you can check, I'll wait, because I told him I'm a first-time customer, and you guys got to take care of me so that I always come back and buy Acer products. I did let them know that I have a technology blog, and I go on YouTube and I review products, and everyone sees the monitor, so they kind of got the hint, like, if you screw me on this, I'm going to be trash talking your company. So they put me on hold, and it came back, and the lady said, I spoke, first of all, they kept me on hold for 10 minutes. They probably were in another room just on hold, just like, let them just think we're talking about this for a while. Then they came back, and they said, because I'm a new customer and it's a first-time customer with the warranty, they're going to pay the shipping and they're going to email me a label. Well, if I ever have another device of theirs that breaks down, let me tell you, they're going to pay for the shipping on that one too and send me a label. Okay? Because then I'll be a repeat customer, a loyal returning customer. So either way, either I'm a first-time customer and you treat me right, or I'm a long-time returning customer and you better treat me right, right? So that was a big relief. That took $275 off of the cost. And now I had to get the materials costs down. So I posted on Facebook asking if anyone has a TV box that they haven't thrown out yet, because then I could save the $34, right? Just have to pay for like the packaging and stuff. So my friend replies, hey, you know, U-Haul has flat screen TV boxes for when people are moving. And it comes with these styrofoam corners that you put on the four corners, and it kind of protects the monitor from shaking around, and it makes it sturdy, and you won't even need bubble wrap. So I went to U-Haul, and the cost of this box with the corners, $20. So if you need that in the future, now you know, like, I don't know if Staples carries these kind of boxes or other places, but FedEx and UPS, they don't, but they'll build you a box by cutting up their boxes, and then they'll charge you for bubble wrap. So if you go to U-Haul, you can get that for about $20. So that's what it cost me, a bunch of time figuring all this out, plus $20. So I took about an hour to put the corners on, get it into the box. It was very fiddly. It's a one-size-fits-all box that's adjustable, slides, you know, open and close around the height of your box. I did have to cut it, right, with a razor, box cutter, and then fold it and retape and make the box a little smaller, but that's okay. It was just some sweat equity, and then I didn't have to pay anything. When I went, I had to go to FedEx after all that, because the shipping label they emailed me was for FedEx. So that's fine. So when I went to FedEx, I wrapped it up. FedEx was very generous, let me use a lot of their tape. Some places are like, you can't use our tape and you got to bring your own tape. FedEx was cool. They let me stay there in their their waiting area and just wrestle with this box for a while till I got it all packaged up. And I didn't even have to waste money on ink printing the label. I just took my phone and FedEx, scanned it, and then they hit print. The label came out with a sticker. I slap it on the box, and I'm good. All right. So everything was prepaid. Now I have to wait for a while as they fix it and send it back. I sent it about a week ago, and we'll see how long it takes them to do the repair and ship it back to me. I hope it lasts a long time when I get this monitor, because I didn't think it would break down in only a year and a half, and I love the monitor. I might be able to share with you what it looks like. But yeah, it's really bright and vivid. You can see it on my previous videos before I started going to the virtual screen. Let me see here. A search there. This is it. This is basically what the monitor looks like. And yeah, you saw it on screen if you saw my WandaVision series and the tech talks that I did previously and some of my podcasts. I like to put different things on the screen behind me. And yeah, so I can't wait for it to come back. And I'm hoping that it doesn't break within 2 years after that. All right. So, go check out those videos anyway. We had some great conversations. And like I said earlier, leave me a comment and letting me know if for Tech Talk you want to see these virtual screens or my old studio look when I get my monitor back and set everything back up again. All right, now let's get into some tech news. All right. That was news from the CYBERSKY. Here are some interesting stories that happened in the past week. But before we even get into them, and I want to shout out, a lot of comments. I want to shout out my boy LR Blitzkrieg, who messaged me right as we were going live and was like, oh my God, you got to talk about this on Tech Talk. John McAfee, who founded the company, McAfee anti-virus protection, and a bunch of other tech stuff as well. And he was a political activist. He just committed suicide, apparently. This is really crazy. And shout out to Keith Middleton. I see him in the chat as well. Baron Hathshire, yes, sir. Ty, little tech guy. Oh, cool. That's one of my students. He's like, this is, guys, I'm going to put that on the screen. Let me throw that up there. Yeah, good looking. You get a shout out. Ty, little tech guy. Follow his channel. He's been YouTubing for a year or two now. And he's also, you know, been on some television shows and, you know, on regular television. So his YouTube channel is really fun. He's starting at a young age. I think he's 11, 10, 11, 12 right now. And yeah, man, I'm inspired by him. So good looking. You're awesome as well. Blitzkrieg said, oh my God, I'm not a 12-year-old tech girl. That's funny. No, he didn't say it like that, but I took it like that. I'm going to just read to you from the article because I couldn't pull it up on a screen share. We were already live when I found this out. But it says here, let me give you some backstory. McAfee was a political activist. He unsuccessfully sought the Libertarian Party nomination for president of the United States in 2016 and 2020. Again, thanks to L.R. Blitzkrieg for the research. On October 6, 2020, McAfee was arrested in Spain over tax evasion charges, right? This was announced shortly after the Securities Exchange revealed that it brought a civil suit against McAfee that he could face 30 years in prison if convicted. Maybe this is why he killed himself. Well, on June 23rd, that's today, 2021, McAfee was found dead in an apparent suicide in a prison cell in Barcelona, Spain. Shortly after his extradition to the United States was authorized by the Spanish National Court. Yeah, this is a deeply disturbing story. First of all, RIP. You know, when someone commits suicide and they're one of the richest people and a tech innovator and a political force, you know, it makes you wonder. They seem to have a lot of resources, both political favors and millions, possibly billions of dollars, that you would think they could fight the case. But, you know, there's several people, you know, in a similar category around the world that are millionaires that are wanted, and they're in countries that they're hoping don't extradite them. And I'm not sure whether I believe that it was suicide because, you know, because of not Harvey Weinstein. What was the case? What's his name? The child sex ring guy that killed himself in prison. Throw it in the chat really quick. I'm forgetting his name right now. I think it's Weinstein, but I'm off. You know, he was found supposedly, you know, killed himself in a cell, and a lot of people theorize that that was a hit. So, you know, did McAfee kill himself because he didn't want to face trial and he didn't want to face 30 years in prison, you know, or is something else going on there? Because he wasn't convicted. He was just going to be extradited. He could fight the case and possibly get off. Anyway, that's breaking news from L.R. Blitzkrieg. Yes, yes. So let's go into some other less political, less heavy news this week. Are you a gamer? I want to talk about some gaming. Do you play VR games? Let me know in the comments. Because Facebook did an ad, and here's the headline: Facebook's ads test loses game. Facebook ads test loses its first game after backlash. See, they added ads to a VR game, and people didn't like it and went ballistic. I'm going to share the article, and we're going to explore it together. But if you play games, right, and they were always ad free, and then suddenly you start seeing ads in your game, like, how are you going to react to that? I don't know. I think they were like testing this idea, and they got so many millions of complaints that they're reconsidering this now. They're going to roll it back. So, yeah, some more comments. Facebook VR ads. Can you read? Test loses first game after backlash. Okay. Blaston Maker Resolution Games said it had seen the feedback from players after agreeing to the trial. So do you play Blaston? I don't know. Blast On, it's actually called. Now, this comes days after Facebook announced it would place adverts inside players' headsets in virtual reality, talking to them and seeing it in 3D. This is not good. I don't want to see ads. I'm already annoyed at ads everywhere you look, right? Social media, television, cable, doesn't matter. Sirius XM, anything. We just get bombarded all day. So I don't want to be in my VR headset and start seeing ads pop up. So it's not surprising. It was only named title listed. It was the only named title listed to take part. So just that one game for right now. But now its maker, Resolution Games, has said its game isn't the best fit for in-game advertising. So that's not good, because that means they're going to try this with some other games until they feel that they can get some ads in there. After an outcry from gamers, the company issued a statement to media outlets from Chief Executive Tommy Palm saying it had seen the feedback. Some good points have been made. We realize that Blast On isn't the best fit for this type of advertising, yada, yada. You can see they did a tweet, apologizing. They actually had to apologize for putting this ad, We look forward to seeing you in the arena and hope you try to crackdown update. They try to hype their game after wiping the egg off their face, from that failed experiment, right? The backlash to the initial announcement was swift. Blast On was quickly review bombed in online stores, both Oculus' own store and PC gaming store Steam. Angry gamers accused the company of selling out to Facebook or handing the future over to deranged billionaire and his ad-fueled dreams. Others called for refunds. All right. This reaction is part of a continuing debate about Facebook's role in the future of VR, virtual reality games, which have been rumbling on for years. So let's take this debate to the chat and to the comments. What do you guys think? Is it inevitable that we will see Facebook ads in our VR headsets? Is it something that you heavily protest? And will you not play the game anymore, send angry tweets and emails, and will you demand a refund if they just keep doing this? All right. And here's a couple of other quick announcements. The sale immediately raised concerns among gamers. And let me know also in the chat, what games do you play? Do you play VR games? What titles? Do you play non-VR games? What titles? Let me know. All right. So we're going to go on to another topic, but definitely weigh in on that. Now there's another game called VR. It's a VR game. It's called Myst, M-Y-S-T. Let me know if you guys have seen that one. Myst, basically there's a Myst remake. It's a game. It's been out for years and years. But there's a remake coming to Mac and PC this fall. All right. Have you ever heard of Myst? Have you played it? Did you want to but didn't have a VR headset? Well, soon you'll be able to play on your laptop, even if you don't have a headset. So let's go take a look at that story. And they didn't release it yet, but they're announcing that it's coming in the fall. And that's exciting for gamers. Here we go. The Myst remake is coming to Mac and PC. It's playable even if you don't have a headset. All right, there's a little image of the game. Last fall, Cyan Worlds, or Cyan, I think is pronounced Worlds, the original developer of Myst, released a built-for-VR remake of its game exclusively for Facebook's Oculus Quest platform. That's going to probably get hit with ads next. Now it's announced that there will be a version for PC and Mac that you can play in a compatible VR headset or on any regular 2D monitor. This will debut in the third quarter of this year, promising that players can explore in a whole new dimension. When the Myst remaster was revealed last year, Cyan World said that other platforms would follow the Oculus and eventual PC releases. So, they're going to release non-virtual reality 2D versions of these games as we move forward, as well as VR versions. All right. No word on whether new versions extend the reach of the game that has already spanned 3 decades. Reviews of the $30 Oculus Quest version of the game by Upload VR and PC Mag noted its puzzles maintained the atmosphere of the original game and even provided opportunities for a quality co-op experience. However, they dinged that release for some graphical issues likely linked to the limited horsepower of Facebook's headset. All right. So, you know, what do you guys think? Will you play it without the VR? Or is it just a VR thing? And did you even care about this game in the first place? Let me know in the chat. And like I said, let me know what other games, you know, you're into, and I'll look for some news for that to throw into another Tech Talk. Okay, you've waited long enough, so you guys know what time it is. It's time for Crypto Gems. All right, let's get into some crypto news. The biggest stories of the past week that are in last week's Tech Talk Tuesday have been developing. First, we saw the crash a couple of weeks ago, and the drop in Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the other coins has been continuing as China stops more mining, this time specifically in its province of Sichuan. This is big news because that one location in China does not use renewable energy, and that is responsible for 17% of all Bitcoin in production, all right, through mining. Now, Bitcoin tumbled below 30,000 for the first time in a while because of the China crypto crackdown. Let's talk about what the crackdown really means and why and how this is actually good news for people that are investors, holders, or traders in crypto. All right. So I'm going to pull up the article. This is not a bad thing. Okay. All right. Bitcoin tumbles below 30,000. All right. For the first time in more than 5 months, hit by China's crackdown on the world's most popular cryptocurrency. And anytime you hit Bitcoin, it has a ripple effect and trickles down to all the other crypto, right? The digital currency, first of all, it slipped down to $28,890. So it went as low as that, which is more than 50% of its peak value in April when it hit 64,870. China told banks and payment platforms to stop supporting digital currency transactions. On Monday, China's central bank said it had summoned several major banks and payment companies to take tougher action over the trading of cryptocurrency. They were told not to provide products or services such as trading, clearing, settlement for crypto transactions. But China is the third largest lender by assets, and the Agricultural Bank of China said it was going to follow the PBOC's guidance that would conduct due diligence on clients to root out illegal activities involving crypto mining and transactions. All right. So, you know, the mobile and online payments platform Alipay, which is owned by a Chinese financial tech firm, Ant Group, said it would set up a monitoring system to detect illegal crypto transactions, but that's not what's going on here. It's not only about, it is partially about illegal transactions, people on the dark web using certain crypto to do transactions, but not Bitcoin. Bitcoin's pretty transparent. It's really about the mining and the effect on the environment, all right? Authorities ordered the closure of 26 mines last week, according to a notice widely circulated on Chinese social media and confirmed by a former Bitcoin miner. Now, Sichuan is a mountainous region in China. It's home to many cryptocurrency mines, basically huge centers with racks upon racks of computer processors, right? And that uses a large number of hydroelectric power plants. But some of the power comes from non-renewable, less clean energy. Now, China accounted for around 65% of global Bitcoin production last year, with Sichuan rating as its second largest producer, according to research by the University of Cambridge. Concerns over the clampdown and the fears of that widespread acceptance of Bitcoin would get slowed down caused the crash. Now, I'm not going to read you the whole article, but let's talk about this right now. I'm gonna summarize basically what's been going on, you know, from the first crash to now. So first, by stopping mining in Sichuan, they've just, well, this is why this is a good thing. That's what I'm actually going to get into right now. So it's not going to destroy crypto. It's not going to kill off Bitcoin or reverse the market and Bitcoin's going to get lower and lower and lower. No, it did react, and it was a price correction. But now that they've stopped mining at Sichuan, what they've done is just made the percentage of Bitcoin mining that's on clean renewable energy go up, okay? Because it was already 70% a few weeks ago, and then recently it's gone up 5% as people have moved away from mining in places that use a lot of coal. So now we're at 75% of Bitcoin is mined using clean renewable energy. And now if you remove 17% of that total that came from Sichuan and recalculate, you're going to have better numbers. Now a larger percent will be able to be told that, you know, is using clean, green, renewable energy. And once that's announced, probably just in a day or two, maybe a week, Bitcoin will start going back up. And it actually has crept up from the 28,000 low to about 33,000 as of today. Now, secondly, for a while, more mining will be done in other locations. So not only will you remove the mining in the location that uses coal and some other forms of, you know, less renewable energy, but now miners in other locations, miners will move and they'll start putting their operations around the world in places that use mostly clean, green energy, right? So the amount of mining will increase gradually, as well as more places using renewable energy for their crypto mining and their Bitcoin mining. At some point, I believe in the future, how far down the line, I don't know, but Sichuan will come back online. They'll move to cleaner energy sources. And how long is anyone's guess? Will it be a year, 3 years, 5 years? But it will then become a big announcement at that time. Most likely, the ban will be lifted and a huge increase in mining will occur all of a sudden at that time, again, driving the value of Bitcoin up some more. All right, now, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not advice or a suggestion for you to do these things because your finances are way different than mine. And I actually have a financial advisor, and we sit and go through EFTs and stock portfolios and life insurance policies and health insurance and long-term investment for retirement, short-term for quick growth. We do a lot of things. So I do suggest that if you're really taking investment seriously and you're not just experimenting with a little expendable money that you have that you want to play with, you need to seek out financial advice. But for entertainment purposes and for curiosity's sake, if you want to know what I'm doing, I just bought more Bitcoin because of this drop. I've been buying and holding since about 2017, not dollar cost averaging in where like every week or every month a certain amount, you know, $100 comes out of my account and purchases Bitcoin at whatever price it is. That's called dollar cost averaging. I don't do that. But what I do is every so often I purchase and I wait for bad news and lower prices, you know, and then when it's crashed and dropped a little, then I buy some more Bitcoin. When it first crashed down to 24,000 a few weeks ago, I bought some more, not a lot, you know, a few $100s more added to my current holdings. And then when it went up to 40,000, I waited because I was like, oh, it's going up now. It might go up a lot. You know, it's a little high now, so I didn't buy. I wanted to see if it would keep rising. But since it dropped down low again, I'm getting some more. That's just my strategy. When it goes way up again, I'll forget about Bitcoin for a while. Like, okay, Bitcoin's to the moon. It's not time to buy right now. And I'll focus on Ethereum and all the other altcoins that I've invested in. Speaking of which, you might be wondering, Mr. CyberSky, what exactly is in your crypto portfolio? Well, I will let you know 2 coins that I picked up this past week, Polkadot and Solana, and 2 more that I'm looking to buy, but I haven't pulled the trigger on them yet, Harmony and Monero. Those are on my short list. My goal is to pick up in the next few days when I can. I'm not going to give you my whole portfolio today, but next week I will. So make sure you're subscribed because next week I'm going to run down my entire portfolio from when I first got into crypto to today. Now, the reason I got Polkadot and Solana is the past week, I've wanted them for months, but they were not available. I already researched and, you know, read up on them, and I was like, oh, I need that. But they weren't available on New York legal exchanges. What does that mean? Well, there are some exchanges that are not legal in the United States, and then there are some that are good in the United States, but not in New York. So if you live in New York State, our state has created guidelines, and they're requiring exchanges that sell crypto, in order to have permission to do business with citizens whose address is in New York State, they have to follow these guidelines. There's probably some fees as well, and they have to get a license to sell crypto in New York. So the biggest crypto exchanges that I know of are Binance, and then they have Binance.us for the United States, and Kraken, right? But those two are not legal in New York. So in order to use them, you either have to give a fake address, but how are you going to do that? You got to show them your ID and prove who you are, or you have to use a VPN and disguise your IP address so they think you're in a different state or even different country. But that's kind of risky, because what happens if that gets found out? Do you get in trouble somehow? I don't know, with the IRS or New York State? I don't know. This is new territory. But I'm not going to chance it, so I didn't want to do that. Another way you can purchase, if there's no exchange that's legal to do business in New York, is not use an exchange. You can use a hard wallet or a soft wallet. If you're not sure what this means, I'll explain it in a future video. What is a hard wallet and what is a soft wallet? But suffice to say, I did not want to go through all that. So I was putting off acquiring those coins. And then last week, I found out that Coinbase added Polkadot, which is DOT. That's the symbol. And Solano. And I was like, yes. So I logged in and I bought some of those two, which had been on my list of, I believe coins that are going to be around for the long haul and doing well. If you tune into last week and the week before's Tech Talk and go to the crypto section of the video, you'll see where I give you some ways to investigate and look into coins that you hear about that you're thinking maybe I should buy this. I break it down. I show you about 6 or 7 different coins, and I read the prospectus and everything that you would need to know, and talk about what things you should consider when thinking of buying a coin. Because if you're new to this, you don't know. There's 15,000 coins out right now. Why do I have the 20 or 30 that I have? Well, next week, that's going to be the topic of the show. All right. Now, while I was buying more Bitcoin earlier, I also noticed Ethereum was down under 2,000 in the 1900s. So I grabbed some more of that as well. If it continues to fall, if I look at it tomorrow, the next day, and it's even lower, I will just keep buying a little more and a little more each day. As it drops, I just get a little more. I don't buy huge amounts. I buy a little, I wait and see. I buy a little more, I wait and see. It goes in a direction I'm not, I don't like, I don't buy for a while. So this is how I play the crypto markets. I have this strategy because I'm totally confident that Ethereum is not going anywhere anytime soon. And that, although there are some things called Ethereum killers, you might see that. You might see some other Bitcoin bloggers and YouTubers talking about this new coin is the Ethereum killer. Usually those are coins that do something similar to Ethereum, but a lot of times they do it better than Ethereum, but they don't have the confidence built in them, because Ethereum's been around for several years. I think 2017, it's either 2014 or 2017. If somebody knows that, throw it in the comments. But it didn't just come out 2-3 months ago. So every time these so-called Ethereum killers come out, they are worthwhile coins and people do buy them, but they never seem to kill Ethereum, which has so many platforms and uses in business, and NFTs are created using Ethereum. So it just doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Now, next week, for more of my personal crypto strategies, I'm going to show you and explain my entire crypto portfolio, what I own, what I bought, when, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and this year, and why I was motivated to buy that coin, because there's thousands to choose from, and it's not random. You don't just go, oh, these look cool, they're on the thousands, buy a little of everything. No, you don't do that unless you want to just see, a lot of your money turn into a little of your money, because you can't do that with stocks either. You got to know why you're buying the stock. It's always a chance that it won't perform to your expectations. But you want to minimize the chance. You want to have the highest probability that you'll do well and increase your funds, not lose any funds. So you have to do research, all right? So I'm going to tell you what research I did, why the coin is worthwhile to own, and in my opinion, right? And you may not agree with me, but by listening to me talk about it, even if you don't want those coins, you'll become more comfortable with how to value these things and look into them for yourself and make your own decisions in what you want to buy. All right. Some have function or usability that makes it likely to be around for the long haul or go way up in the near future, so you can sell in the short term and turn a quick profit. So next Tuesday, all that and more on CyberSky Live, Tech Talk Tuesday. All right. Let me check the comments, see if there's any unanswered questions. Not diamond yet, maybe silver hands. All right. That's funny. It's so fun. I just like hearing about tech news. That's cool. Nice. Hey, Keith Middleton, MCMI in the building, Hydra. I like this look, G. Cool. Yeah, this is something that we can do on the MCMI report, our music, hip-hop music blog. Shout out to Baron Hathshire. The switch up is coolie. All right. I think he likes that the backgrounds are different every week. All right. Once again, shout out to a little tech guy. Yeah, man. It's a lot. I like the variety of people that are showing up, and I'm going to look at the best comments and throw them up on the screen. Now, Mr. Salties said Bitcoin went down 30K. Yes, it did, but right before that, it went up 50K. So it was around 8,000 or 9,000, and then it went up to 64,000, and then it went down to 30K. It actually went to 24K, and now it's up to 33. Maybe it went down today. Is that what you're saying? That's cool. So as it goes down, I'm going to log in after the show. Maybe I'll grab a little bit more. That's how you do it, you know. So let me know what you think of today's show. Do you want to hear more news about gaming or just VR in general and besides gaming? More tech news, more crypto. A couple of people commented on recent videos that they're interested in learning about stocks and real estate investment. I could add a little bit of financial literacy into the show. I do teach financial literacy in my day job, and I have been a student learning about ways to, you know, prepare for retirement and ways to make money off of investments, have my money make money while I'm sleeping. So we could talk about that in future shows. Let me know what you think. Baron Hassar says he's beating everybody in Street Fighters. All right, guy. Thanks for tuning in today. It's been really fun. Check out the Tech Talk playlist on the CyberSky Videos channel if you just want to see all the future tech talks. Make sure you're subscribed, and if you haven't clicked the little bell, do that so when I go live or release a new video, you get a little message on your phone. It'll just pop up saying, Mr. CyberSky is live now, or it's just dropped a new video. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something useful or at least interesting. Let me know your questions and what else you want me to cover. I do this for you. So, hey, is someone getting on your last nerve? Are haters doubting you? Nothing makes you feel better than achieving your most important life's goals and possibly making a ton of money along the way. So stay positive. Remember, the best revenge is success. Stay healthy, my friends. And as always, stay blessed.